Does anybody want breakfast? Guys, let's go. I'm leaving for McDonald's in 5 seconds.
Why did you start with that?
The Breakfast Stampede Meal. It's only at McDonald's, where there's a meal for every morning.
And nothing says morning like a classic sausage McMuffin with egg. Right now, get this all-time favorite for just $2 on the $1, $2, $3 menu. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At 1845 of the #1 podcast in Apple Podcast and Job Search. No BS Job Search Advice Radio. I'm your host, Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and welcome. I like to spend some time daily, yes, even on Saturdays, talking with you about some aspect of job search. And today, one of those great questions, how can I tell a job is real? Hope you find this helpful and give it a great review wherever you listen to the show. And with that, let's get going, okay? How can I tell a job is real? And then the person continues on by saying, sometimes recruiters are just fishing for applicants, but not for the job that they posted. Then later they say the position is no longer open. The second part is really where the answer lies. And it's the assumption that recruiters are fishing for applicants. Now, I'm going to ask you a question because this is always one of the assumptions that I find puzzling, that recruiters fish for applicants. For what purpose? It's not like recruiters are paid to interview people for a living. You know, contingency recruiters are paid to fill jobs. Executive recruiters don't post these kind of positions to begin with. They rely upon networks and a variety of other means to find individuals. So I know I'm dealing in the contingency space here. And the notion that recruiters fish for applicants is nonsense. It is dead wrong. Now, don't get me wrong. You know, there's always going to be that one idiot who wastes time fishing for applicants. Because what are they going to do with them? That's why I say it's an idiotic assumption. You know, recruiters are paid to fill jobs. They're not paid to interview people for the heck of it. And then when the person says, and then later they say that the position is no longer available, well, the key to that is understanding corporate behavior. Corporations do not always communicate with contingency recruiters. This recruiter may have been legitimately trying to fill a position, couldn't get you in for any number of reasons, including the fact that you weren't qualified, but they submitted it anyway, but then at least had the courtesy to let you know that the position was closed. Now, I hear complaints about recruiters not getting back. I hear recruiters now being complained about that do get back to say that the job is no longer open. Recruiters take a lot of blame for stuff, and deservedly so. There are a lot of recruiters who do things that are harmful. And in this particular case, this is just one of those myths that job hunters have, that most recruiters fish for applicants as though there's a sport to this, that they like wasting their own time and other people's time to do this with no purpose. And thus, I have to come back to this and say, how could I tell an opportunity is for real? Well, at the time that the recruiter posted it, it was for real. Now, it doesn't mean that they've forgotten about the post and they forgot to take it down. That certainly happens. I know I've done it, and I assume other people have done it. We forget. We're human beings. I may have 300 positions still up from my time doing recruiting because I have affiliates who will fill jobs for me. They don't always communicate that the job has been filled. So I'll find out at some point, but those jobs are still up. There's no simple way to answer this question except most of the time, almost all of the time, this is one of those myths that job hunters have to rationalize the fact that they're not getting interviews. So they put blame on recruiters. That's not the real reason. Sometimes it's recruiter incompetence. Most of the time it isn't. Most of the time it has to deal with corporations that are not communicating what the status of openings are, or recruiters not calling them, or there's a million permutations of that. Let's forget about this notion of jobs being real. At the time that they were posted, they are real. They just may have been forgotten and been sitting up there too long. That's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, here are a few more ways to get information and advice from me. First of all, visit my website, which is thebiggamehunter.us. Go to the blog. There's a lot there to help you with your job search, hiring more effectively, managing and leading in workplace-related issues. In addition, if you're interested in my coaching you, there's a button there that says schedule. Schedule time for a free discovery call or schedule yourself in for coaching. Obviously, I'm going to charge for that, but I can help you with interview preparation, leadership coaching, salary negotiation advice, making a good decision between different offers, anything related to improving yourself in the workplace, I can coach you about. If you have questions for me, you can schedule 15 minutes with me at thebiggamehunter.us/live, or a less expensive way is at thebiggamehunter.us/video answers, where you leave a message for me and I'll respond with a 3 to 5 minute video. Connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/in/thebiggamehunter. I can assure you your network will expand a lot by connecting with me. And finally, watch me on TV. Download the JobSearch TV app for Fire TV, Fire Stick, Apple TV, Roku, like 90 different manufacturers. I'll be back tomorrow with more, and in the meantime, I hope you have a terrific day. Be great!
We begin today's meditation with a few sipping exercises to remind us a little treat can go a long way. So pick up your McCafe iced coffees, close your eyes, and deep sip in and deep satisfaction out.
Take a treat retreat at McDonald's. Right now, get a McCafe iced coffee in any size and any flavor for just 99 cents until 11 a.m. Price of participation may vary.